What's up, guys? It's your boy Taste C++ back here for another video. And so today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy IV, and this is going to be the GBA version because this is probably one of my all-time favorite games. I've probably logged more hours into this game than any other individual console or handheld game. Definitely any handheld game. But it's probably one of the first games I played actually, like really played. And I just really enjoy it. And so I'm not just going to be putting you just through a boring gameplay. I plan on just doing a little bit of discussion too. I had a big plan with the election coming up for like a huge political talk. Like I was going to be like blah blah blah, this is why I'm voting for this candidate. Here's the facts, the reasons, blah blah blah. And then I was going to have sources and be all smart, and then I was just like, you know what? Nah, I'm just going to just talk about it, my opinion. I may or may not reveal who I'm going to vote for. I don't think that really matters right now. But I mean, if you guys are curious, which I doubt, but if you are, I could tell you. Just ask me in the comments, and I'll be like, hey, I'm voting for X. But for now, we'll just leave it a secret, and I'll just kind of talk about like my opinions on both candidates, and probably more our political system than anything, just because I feel like that's the greater issue that we have right now. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy listening, and I appreciate any feedback, both on the topic or on the quality of the video. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. And I don't know, the gameplay might seem kind of weird because I'm actually playing it with a controller right now. And so, hopefully, the program that I'm using to make that work is a keyboard runs smoothly, because it's kind of annoying to play with the keyboard. I don't know. I'm just more comfortable with the controller. But I'll probably be quiet for some of the dialogue. Or I guess I could narrate it. That might be kind of funny. Captain, we will be arriving at Baron shortly. Very well. No, I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't know, maybe I could narrate it. I guess maybe I'll try it a little bit more, and you guys can just let me know if it's funny, if it's just horrible. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm going to speed this part up a little bit just because it's a little slow. The Red Wings are supposed to protect the people, not harm them. That's enough. But, Captain, surely you don't condone what we've done. All of you, listen well. The raid on Mysidia was imperative. His Majesty and his council concluded that the Mysidians and their broad knowledge of the crystals posed a serious threat to our kingdom. For Baron to prosper, we need the crystals. As soldiers of the Royal Air Force, we must achieve this by whatever means necessary. Captain. Monster sighted dead ahead. Ooh, boring monster fights, it's fine. Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to get through this beginning part real quick so that I can run around, because it gets kind of annoying to read sometimes and to talk. But I guess I don't really need to read. I don't know if you guys are how curious you guys are about the dialogue of the actual characters. So I know I kind of went fast right there because I was talking, and that's the problem. So I'll try and go a little bit slower. And if you guys tell me you don't really care, you just want to listen to me talk, or you're just kind of putting this on in the background and not even listening to me at all, that's fine. But Because I actually don't need to read the dialogue because I've played it so much. I could probably narrate it with my eyes closed, but we'll just have to see. You know, obviously, people need to watch the video for me to get feedback, for me to know what you feel, and so it might be a while before I get real feedback since my channel's still pretty small, but work with what you got, you know what I mean? Yes? What is it? Your Majesty, forgive me, but what are your intentions? My men are confused and displeased. And you, do you question my command? No, I only ask. Silence. Dissension only leads to treason, and that I will not tolerate. I hereby relieve you of your command of the Red Wings. Your Majesty! Now, I charge you with another duty. Slay the phantom beast that infests Mist Valley, and deliver this bomb ring to the village of Mist. You leave tomorrow at first light. I don't know why he has that accent. I don't even know what accent that is. But... Alright, receive the bomb ring. So now we just gotta run around, collect some items, and... I don't know if you guys really care about seeing around the castle, but we'll do it anyways. Okay, so... First things first, some of my opinions on the election. It's just kind of like... I'm not happy that this is my first election that I'm voting in. The candidate... Neither of the candidates are ideal in my eyes. And... most people think like that, so that's not really a unique train of thought, but that doesn't stop it from being my opinion on it. And I don't know. I personally, both candidates have their own very large shortcomings. In terms of Donald Trump, he's obviously very hot-headed, and he's very impulsive, and so he just kind of says things, and he doesn't really think about what he's saying a lot of the time, and that's not exactly the best quality of a leader, especially one who is going to be dealing with so much foreign policy. But at the very least, the one positive about Donald Trump is that he is a businessman, and our country is obviously not doing very well in terms of economics. And so, while I think Donald Trump isn't gonna be like some amazing legend that pulls us out of a $26 trillion dollar debt, he definitely can at least minimize the the just the hemorrhaging of our debt, and hopefully he doesn't turn this into one of his businesses and make us go bankrupt, but I mean, he has a pretty good success rate. Like, people point that out, and I mean, I think it was like 4 businesses out of like the hundreds that he's done, and all of those were in times of economic recession. So you got to give the guy some credit, And then there's Hillary's shortcomings, which are that she lies and goes around behind people's back, and so that might be good for foreign policy. If she's dealing with other people, maybe. Personally, I think it's doubtful. I think she'd just continue Obama's reign of letting our enemies get stronger and making our allies weaker. That's just my opinion. And I mean, she also called the Donald Trump supporters a basket of deplorables, which is definitely not cool, in my opinion. Whether you're Democrat or a Republican, like, Donald Trump may be sexist. He definitely was at one time, but I mean, we don't really know anymore. But he at least he at least apologized for it, whereas I doubt you'll ever catch Hillary apologizing for anything unless it's to cover, to stop herself from getting in trouble. So it's really the thing. And how I weigh voting for a candidate is I guess technically, I will say, I'm registered as a Republican, and so that'll probably tell you guys who I'm voting for. But I usually don't weigh my option based off of that. I weigh it based off of the issues, and so and it's the issues that have the most benefit in my eyes for the country. So something I don't really identify with the Democrats on is the idea of gun control, because it's not that I believe that we should just be able to run around freely, shooting our guns in the air whenever we want. But it's just, statistically speaking, places with less gun laws have less gun crime, and with more gun laws have more gun crime. And so I just tend to support the people who want to reduce gun laws, because they're the ones that are really reducing crime, and that's a lot better for our country. And like that's like the main issue uh, that I really weigh things on. Then of course, like I said, there's foreign policy and economics, and so I feel like Donald Trump will be better economically for the country, and Hillary will probably be better foreign policy wise. But I mean, of course, we can never know either of those things until it actually comes to pass. But I don't know. I'm still not happy with either option. Uh, it's just not an ideal situation. But if you guys have watched my first video, which I highly encourage you to do, you'll know that I am a Christian, and so I believe that God is picks our leaders, and so even if the person that I don't want to get elected does, I know that it's part of a bigger plan, and so I'm not, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not too worried about who actually gets chosen. But I mean, let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Like, just leave a comment, because it's just kind of fun to have little discussions about this. Because I really, you might not like or agree with my opinion, but I really do enjoy hearing other people's opinions, and especially because a lot of people tend not to agree with me, because I am very opinionated, but I try to maintain a very logical approach to things, like what's the cost, what's the benefit, like things like that, the facts. And so I want to hear what your guys' facts are. And even if you don't have any facts, then just say something anyways, and I'll give you my facts, and you'll be like, oh, well, I guess I can't really say anything against that, can I? But my the main reason that I would be voting for Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton anyways is because of the vice Donald Trump's vice presidential nominee, Mike Pence, because he is of course a Christian like I am, and so I feel like with the combination of them in office, they will best be able to uphold those kinds of moral principles uh, in the Oval Office. And I could be wrong, but at least in word, Donald Trump is technically saved from, and that's just from what I've heard. I never actually done any real research into that, but um, so that would just put another positive for him in my book, because to me, all I've ever seen Hillary do is lie to the people or do something she's not supposed to do. Because like Donald Trump's never done anything that would warrant investigation by the FBI. And so the fact that Hillary had it, and even though they dismissed it, but it have again reopened it, just kind of shows to me a flaw in moral character. And I feel like we shouldn't have someone so morally flawed leading our country. But again, that's just my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, just like I'm entitled to my opinion. That's one of the positives of living in such a great country. But I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. So what do you guys think of me playing games like this? I'll probably cut this one down, like, because there are going to be times where I'm not saying anything and that gets kind of boring, and so. But if you guys do just want to see everything, even if I'm not necessarily like speaking, just let me know. And let me know if you guys want to see other games like this, or if you never. Oh, that's a visual glitch. Or if you never want to see me play this again, let me know that too. I might be kind of sad because I really like this game, but I mean, I'm obviously not going to put anything out there that you guys don't want to see if I know that you don't want to see it. But oh, I probably should have adjusted my game speed. It's probably a little slow. I can still remember. I'm so nostalgic when I play this game. I can still remember the first time I tried playing through this game and I couldn't beat this guy because oh dang it, because I didn't understand what the heck I was doing, and so like he just wrecked the heck out of me. Like I didn't read. That's the thing with these games is to understand you gotta read a little bit. But yeah, I remember I would use dark all the time, and then I'd attack this guy in the mist form. And why is that popping up? Let's get at that out of here. Okay. But yeah, and so I just remember getting so frustrated because I didn't know how to beat it, and I was like, man, this game is so hard. And then now I can sit here and talk while I play this game and like half pay attention to it and do just fine. Come on, bruh. What are you doing? There we go. But yeah, if you guys haven't played this before, don't use Cecil's Dark too much because it saps your health and, like, it doesn't do that much more damage, especially if you don't have a ton of enemies out there. Like, if you're fighting, like, a bunch of goblins, that's probably fine. But sometimes it's easier. It's usually easier just to attack. It's safer. It's the safer option. But I think this guy only has a few hundred health. I think he has like 500 health or something. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's see. I'm gonna say 510 health, guys. So someone comment in the chat what you think it is right now. Okay, ready? Ah, dang it. 465. All right. Well, hopefully you got it without cheating, cause don't just rewind the video, man. That's not cool. But anyways, all right. So pretty much wrapping up with this video. We'll just get through this little town scene right here, and then I think we'll make that a wrap. Get rid of the girl? No. What? We have to obey the king's orders. But she's just a child. You intend to defy the king? I refuse to continue any more slaughter in the king's name. I knew you'd say that, but don't worry, I'm on your side. You are? I owe the king so much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me? Yes, but we'll need allies if we're to oppose the mightiest kingdom in the land. We have to do it for Rosa as well. Thank you, Kain. Save it. This isn't for your sake. This place is dangerous. We'd better get going. What about the girl? We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. It's alright. We won't hurt you. You're going to have to come with us, okay? No! Come on. We have to go now. No! Go away! Wait. I hate you! You killed my mom! I always thought this scene was kind of funny, because if you time it just right, then she'll use, like, her... Yeah, she'll do that when Kain is in the air, and so normally you just die, like this, right here, but since he's floating, he doesn't get hit by it, but it still goes through, like, the whole cutscene afterwards, and I don't know why, but I've always thought that was hilarious. What happened to Kain? Tune in next time to find out on Final Fantasy Playthrough or Taste Talks. Oh, look at me, already getting myself into trouble. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Especially because right now every view counts. And so, you know, sometimes it seems like a lot of effort to leave a comment, but I really appreciate when you guys do comment. And I would really love to hear feedback from you guys, because if I see, like, say suddenly one of my videos gets a bunch of views, but it gets no likes and no comments, how can I know what people thought about it? I'm going to assume they thought it was bad, you know? So, you know, all of that'll, you know, really helps. I really appreciate it. And so, I hope you enjoyed, or at least you learned something, or got to speak your mind. But just tune in next time for another video. See you later and have a blessed day.